Hello, my name is Trevor Mickle.
And I'm Drew Anderson.
And thank you for tuning into the UNA Campus Report.
Starting off tonight, community members and students gathered together to celebrate the life of recently assassinated Charlie Kirk on September 15th. Reporter T.A. Mickle has the story.
A crowd gathered together in front of UNA's Harrison Fountain after classes on Monday to honor the murdered conservative Christian activist Charlie Kirk. The group prayed, spoke, and sang hymns to honor Kirk's life and work. Some community members saw it as their duty to show solidarity with Kirk's cause on the basis of their faith. One of these citizens is Michael Rogers, who says that the faith lost one of its stars in Kirk.
I don't normally do these things. I don't normally come to these type of things, but I just felt a real conviction to come to this one and do it. But his death kind of hit me in a real personal place.
Michael Woodward, a local resident in attendance at the event, says that he fears that the violence against Kirk could signal further reaching consequences than just Charlie Kirk's brand.
Open debate. That is what it needs to be. And if we stop debate, if we stop being able to talk openly, that's when things can get very dark.
Attendees did grow louder towards the end of the demonstration, leading in chants of Kirk's name as well as the name of Irina Zarutska, another person murdered on the same day as Kirk. No other demonstrations are currently planned regarding Kirk's death. Recent events have put to question college student safety, but UNA has a possible solution. UNA has an emergency alert system designed to inform students of any dangers before tragedy strikes. And recently, a brand new system has been made to better protect students. The UNA police are rolling out a Lion Alert app. The UNA's police chief Les Jackson broke the news to us and told us why he believes it will be a huge help to students.
Not only a mass notification system, but it has a lot of different safety features and security features that it kind of consolidates everything into one place. It's in an app format.
Hello, I'm Drew Moore here to give you this week's chance of rain. Starting out the week on Monday, we have a 25% chance of rain. Usually when it's around 25-30%, people think they'll just avoid the rain, but I recommend go ahead and bring that umbrella, bring that jacket, just in case. Now on Tuesday is going to be our highest chance of rain for the week. It's going to be 50% chance of rain, so roads are going to be slick in the morning. You definitely want to be careful. We'll get you an extra cup of coffee. Wednesday is going to be 15% chance of rain. Thursday is going to be a nice sunny day. The Friday picks the rain back up, and this whole weekend is going to be slightly rainy, going from 10 to 15 to 25%. Respectively. That's all I have for now, but I'll be back later to give you the rest of this week's forecast. Trevor?
Thank you, Drew. Many students find it difficult to settle into the college experience, but UNA is taking efforts to make that transition easier. College is often described as the best year of life, part of the center helps build.
It's like engaging students. I mean, that's what all of it's for. And like you help build a community that way. And like I've met some of my closest friends here, and like I'm not from here. So like that was really important for me because I came here by myself. I didn't know anybody.
Hundreds of students are on the way to the GUC banquet halls tonight for Bingo Bango, one of UNA's annual traditions. With a huge number of participants,
Get a better sense of community. I think that's a great thing that Bingo builds. Like she was just saying, she's met a couple new people because of this. I actually met new people when I went to Bingo myself my freshman year. That's kind of how I got onto UPC, is one of the ways I did. So I think it builds a sense of community.
UNA's College Democrats group held an event focused on arts, crafts, and community on Thursday night. Members made friendship bracelets while talking about politics, current events, and campus life. The organization was created to give students with similar views a welcoming space to connect. Treasurer Grace Anthony says events like this helps unite students.
I think it's important to give minorities a voice, and I feel like the Democratic Party in the state of Alabama is a minority party, and I think it's important to really bring like-minded voices together and not necessarily make an echo chamber, but a place where people can develop opinions.
We'll be right back with the weather after this short break.
My whole life has been about making an impact. Not just on the field, but in the world around me. My high school Spanish teacher helped me find my true calling to educate and serve others all over the world. Today, I'm right where I belong, and I'm headed where I'm meant to be.
Growing up with older brothers, I learned how to speak up for myself. I also learned that having a strong support system means everything. In high school, I found my calling during an internship at a local hospital. And I knew this is what I was made for. So when it came time to find the right school, North Alabama was the perfect fit. Here, I'm listened to, empowered, and prepared for the future.
I've never been afraid of a little attention. And while being the life of the party has always come easy, choosing what to do with my life after high school, now that was a different story. But once I visited North Alabama, all of that changed. I was the first person in my family to go to college, so the guidance I received here was critical. Today, I'm putting my gifts to work by earning my bachelor's in communications.
And heading into my next chapter with everything I need to succeed.
I guess you could say I've always been a driven person. When I was 8, I was selling bookmarks to my classmates and running a lawn care business in my neighborhood. So when it came to pursuing my dream of working in finance, I thought, the bigger the school, the bigger the chance of success. But I was wrong. North Alabama's business program pushes me every day to seek out new innovation and commit to what always works. Today, I'm right where I belong, and I'm headed where I'm meant to be.
Education abroad can open doors for students interested in traveling and experiencing new cultures. Education Abroad hosted an event at the University of North Alabama for students to learn more about different experiences around the world. Each country offered snacks and beverages associated with them. Japan, France, Ireland, South Korea, and more were featured. Japan Abroad and the International Exchange Coordinator Alexandria Bookerite describes the benefits of going abroad.
Students will learn so much about themselves. They're going to grow professionally, they're going to grow in their interests, passions, hobbies, and careers by doing a study abroad trip. And then it looks great on your resume when you're talking with employers. So I think it's very important because college is a time to prepare you to figure out what you want, where you want to go, and the options you have.
Community service is a great way to grow engagement amongst the community. Lions Lindahan is an event hosted by Student Engagement Center that gets UNA students and staff involved in their community. The event's main goal is to have everyone involved gain a sense of connection between the community and those here at UNA who otherwise may not interact. Matthew Jones, the Director of Student Activities and Leadership Development, hopes volunteers can feel proud of this event and see outside of their own personal bubble.
Yeah, I hope they take away that sense of community, that sense of contribution, that importance of giving back to some other people outside of oneself. I think that's important. Sometimes we get inundated with just looking inward that we forget to look outward, and so I think that's a great opportunity for students to have the opportunity to look out.
Maintaining a clean planet should be something we all prioritize. From helping hands to clean waters, students are also stepping up for the environment. Reporter Noah Green has the story.
The Tennessee River Litter Tournament is an event sponsored by Keep the Shoals Beautiful. This is a river cleaning project that doubles as an event where participants can receive prizes based on their success. Kelly Ballantyne, the Education and Outreach Coordinator for Florence Solid Waste, Street, and Recycling, wants participants to realize that even the smallest piece of trash can have a negative impact.
Just that every piece of litter that we drop or that blows out of the back of a truck counts. It ends up making a really beautiful place not so beautiful.
While this might start as a small town tournament for cash and prizes, the hope is that it's one small step towards a better future for all of us. Matt Handback, a student at UNA and member of the SGA, hopes the community outreach will bring us all closer together and maintain the beauty of our city.
I think they'll get an opportunity to serve, they'll get an opportunity to grow closer with their community, and that's something that's very important for me as not just a UNA student, but as a lifelong resident of the Shoals, is to build that relationship with the community, and I hope that they find greater ownership in the Shoals area and that they get to help keep it beautiful.
This event is sure to be one you won't want to miss. From UNA, I'm Noah Green.
We'll be right back with the weather after the break.
Where does our ambition come from? In what places do we find the inspiration to move forward, to grow, to dream? On the quiet banks of the Tennessee River, North Alabama offers more than 200 programs, endless opportunities to earn your degree, find your path, and move forward in your journey. Find out more by visiting una.edu.
Growing up with older brothers, I learned how to speak up for myself. I also learned that having a strong support system means everything. In high school, I found my calling during an internship at a local hospital. It's weird. And I knew this is what I was made for. So when it came time to find the right school, North Alabama was the perfect fit. Here, I'm listened to, empowered, and prepared for the future.
My whole life has been about making an impact. Not just on the field, but in the world around me. My high school Spanish teacher helped me find my true calling to educate and serve others all over the world. Today, I'm right where I belong, and I'm headed where I'm meant to be.
I guess you could say I've always been a driven person. When I was 8, I was selling bookmarks to my classmates and running a lawn care business in my neighborhood. So when it came to pursuing my dream of working in finance, I thought, the bigger the school, the bigger the chance of success. But I was wrong. North Alabama's business program pushes me every day to seek out new innovation and commit to what always works. Today, I'm right where I belong, and I'm headed where I'm meant to be.
Hey, I'm Drew Morton here to give you the rest of this week's forecast. Today's commute is going to be a little treacherous. You're definitely going to want to be careful today. On the way to work or school, it'll be a nice 70 degrees. However, it will be 45% chance of rain. That chance of rain is going to roll over all the way till lunchtime, still at 45%, but it'll be 83 degrees. It's going to be pretty much raining all day, so you're definitely not going to want to go try to plan something outside, plan lunch outside or anything like that. The drive home won't be quite as bad as only a 35% chance of rain, but you're still going to want to be careful, and it'll be 78 degrees. UNA football team has a big game coming up. We take on the Central Arkansas Bears. Around kickoff, it'll be at a nice 80 degrees, but partially cloudy. It'll be right here at Brawley Stadium at 3 p.m. Kickoff will be. Halftime will be a nice 78 degrees, cool down just slightly, still pretty cloudy, and then the end of the game will be a nice 75 degrees. Cloudy all the way through the game, so you don't got to worry about sunscreen or anything. It all in all should be a very enjoyable game. Now moving on to the 7-day forecast. Starting on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're going to have highs all in the mid 80s with lows in the mid to low 60s. It's going to be cloudy Monday and Wednesday, and like we said earlier, Tuesday is going to be our rainiest day at around 50% chance of rain. Thursday and Friday are going to be sunny days. It's going to be very, very nice those days with a high of just mid to low 80s and a low around 60 degrees. This weekend is going to be partially cloudy, but lower in temperature than the start of the week. 82 degrees on Saturday, 79 degrees on Sunday with a high in the high 50s. Now, Trevor, you got any plans for this weekend?
I do. I believe I was going to go to the football game with my family this weekend.
That would be very, very nice. It will definitely be a nice weekend to get outside and stuff with that nice temperature. And it's finally like fall weather. It's going to be awesome. I'm so excited for fall. This weekend, I'm planning on having a little fire pit, maybe carve some pumpkins, celebrate that fall weather. Trudy, what do you like to do around fall time?
During fall, I love watching Twilight with my friends, getting cozy, and just chilling out.
Yeah, fall is a great time to just be cozy.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Drew.
Absolutely.
We'll be right back after this short break.
I've never been afraid of a little attention. And while being the life of the party has always come easy, choosing what to do with my life after high school, now that was a different story. But once I visited North Alabama, all of that changed. I was the first person in my family to go to college, so the guidance I received here was critical. Today, I'm putting my gifts to work by earning my bachelor's in communications.
And headed into my next chapter with everything I need to succeed.
Growing up with older brothers, I learned how to speak up for myself. I also learned that having a strong support system means everything. In high school, I found my calling during an internship at a local hospital. It's weird. And I knew this is what I was made for. So when it came time to find the right school, North Alabama was the perfect fit. Here, I'm listened to, empowered, and prepared for the future.
Where does our ambition come from? In what places do we find the inspiration to move forward, to grow, to dream? On the quiet banks of the Tennessee River, North Alabama offers more than 200 programs, endless opportunities to earn your degree, find your path, and move forward in your journey. Find out more by visiting una.edu.
I guess you could say I've always been a driven person. When I was 8, I was selling bookmarks to my classmates and running a lawn care business in my neighborhood. So when it came to pursuing my dream of working in finance, I thought, the bigger the school, the bigger the chance of success. But I was wrong. North Alabama's business program pushes me every day to seek out new innovation and commit to what always works. Today, I'm right where I belong, and I'm headed where I'm meant to be.
While dining options at UNA are limited, some students are questioning how diverse those options really are. Reporter Sadie Lester has the story.
While dining options at UNA are limited, some students question how diverse dining truly is on campus. The Student Government Association here at UNA sent out an online form asking students which dining option in the GUC they would rather substitute. Junior Japri Strickland thinks that UNA already provides diverse dining options for all students on campus.
I think we have a lot of variation, especially like in the main market. We had like curry chicken, I think, yesterday with like the fried pita breads. That was really good. I really like that.
Today, I spoke with a few UNA students on campus to get their opinion on the limited food options in the GUC and if they would rather replace Moe's or Panda Express.
In the form sent out, students had the option to vote on either Sonic or Buffalo Wild Wings to replace these pre-existing meal choices. Sophomore Zach Quillen gives a different opinion from Japri, expressing that the food options for students are not diverse enough and are quite limited.
I think that UNA does not have diverse dining options. I think that they just sell general trash to the students.
To find out more information about the dining locations at UNA, visit www.diningoncampus.com to access menus, job opportunities, and even catering events.
Dining on campus has some exciting changes coming. UNA's on-campus Chick-fil-A is getting a makeover, and with that comes exciting new menu items and a brand new look. But was the project a little too ambitious? The restaurant closed for the entirety of the 2025 summer semester, despite its neighboring Starbucks being in full swing. On top of this, the restaurant missed its target date of reopening. Students are not very happy with the prolonged construction. Ava Hughey, a sophomore at UNA, stated that she's driven to campus multiple times and left empty-handed. She says that this does not look good for the campus.
I've come to campus twice now, like early to get breakfast at Chick-fil-A and failed to realize that they were not open yet and I had to get Starbucks. I think it does reflect poorly. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but like for some people that could be an issue. Like maybe Chick-fil-A is the only food they can eat on campus.
Looking for a cheap bite to eat? There's an option right here on campus that also comes with community. With cost of living being high and having little time to make money, finding a place to eat can be tough. Luckily, every Wednesday at UNA BCM holds an event from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. called Noonday Lunch, where your first time is free and every subsequent visit is $2. But not only are you gathering cheap food, BCM Campus Minister Gavin Norris says that it's a good place to find community.
It's just a good community. I mean, and you're a college student. You need cheap lunches, you know? You just need to take an opportunity to, accept a blessing, I guess. And a lot of people hang out here every week, so it's good to be in a community where people are consistently hanging out in the same place every single week. You get to know people, you get to eat food, you get that experience, and it's great.
Across the country, unhealthy eating habits and obesity rates are on the rise. UNA's Health Center recently held an event to talk about some solutions to this problem. Across the country, bad eating habits have been formed. The obesity rates are currently increasing. Wellness graduate assistant of the UNA Health Center, Craig Witt, held the presentation, explained the side effects of the weight loss medication method, and shared how to build a healthy lifestyle combined correctly with this method. The goal is to give students, staff, faculty, and UNA community members for whom, through virtual social media, a better understanding of the issue and encourage healthier choices for the future.
So a lot of people get on the weight loss medications. They don't eat a lot of protein, which protein builds muscle, and they don't exercise, which keeps muscle. So they lose muscle and some body fat, but a lot of muscle.
We'll be right back with the sports update after this.
Growing up with older brothers, I learned how to speak up for myself. I also learned that having a strong support system means everything. In high school, I found my calling during an internship at a local hospital. And I knew this is what I was made for. So when it came time to find the right school, North Alabama was the perfect fit. Here, I'm listened to, empowered, and prepared for the future.
I've never been afraid of a little attention. And while being the life of the party has always come easy, choosing what to do with my life after high school, now that was a different story. But once I visited North Alabama, all of that changed. I was the first person in my family to go to college, so the guidance I received here was critical. Today, I'm putting my gifts to work by earning my bachelor's in communications.
And heading into my next chapter with everything I need to succeed.
Where does our ambition come from? In what places do we find the inspiration to move forward, to grow, to dream? On the quiet banks of the Tennessee River, North Alabama offers more than 200 programs, endless opportunities to earn your degree, find your path, and move forward in your journey. Find out more by visiting una.edu.
I guess you could say I've always been a driven person. When I was 8, I was selling bookmarks to my classmates and running a lawn care business in my neighborhood. So when it came to pursuing my dream of working in finance, I thought, the bigger the school, the bigger the chance of success. But I was wrong. North Alabama's business program pushes me every day to seek out new innovation and commit to what always works. Today, I'm right where I belong, and I'm headed where I'm meant to be.
Hi, my name is Given Hammonds, and I'll be bringing you your sports update for the week. It's fall, y'all, and that means football season is in high gear. The Lions are 1-4 this season and continue to get better and better with a promising future. As the Lions conference play is starting soon, the Lions are gearing up and getting better day by day. Quarterback Ari Patu earned Bojangles Player of the Game versus a tough opponent, Illinois State. With the end of the season approaching, it's important to remember that our athletes are in fact human. Head coach Brent Dearman shared a tweet early August letting fans and other coaches know what goes on daily for athletes aside from their statistics and game performance. Dearman's tweet reads, "What most people never see in 1 week within a team. Grandmother passed. Grandfather passed. Grandmother stroke. Assistant coach's father in hospital. Wife in radiation treatment. Parents divorced after leaving for college. Car repair. Father laid off from job. Mother came to get car because hers was broken. Brother had trial back home. Car accident. Player with enlarged heart. Career-ending injury. 12 total injuries. Stranger breaks into house while asleep. 1 working night shift. family member kicked out of house, family member released from prison after wrongly accused. And we yell to them, make a play. We better love, serve, and care. Recently, the conversation around mental health in sports has been up and roaring. Some of the highest paid athletes are coming forward about the struggles they face both on and off the field, most of which is due to the pressure of performing. Behind all the highlight reels and roaring crowds comes the overwhelming stress of preparing for these events. It's important to remember that the kids that we pressure daily to make plays are also the same kids fighting silent battles off the field. Now to UNA's volleyball team. They've been playing some fierce competition. With star returners Reese Ricketts and Kinsley McGowan leading the way, the Lions are looking to gear up for conference play. The UNA Lions volleyball team kicked off their home opener with a big win over the Sanford Bulldogs, putting the record at 4-4. This momentum-changing play started with Reese Ricketts saving a straightaway ball, giving her team another chance. Sanford collects their passes, sending the ball back over to UNA libero to make an excellent dig, setting up Kendall Barnes for a powerful kill. I spoke with head coach Tristan Johnson to discuss the Lions' game plan for this matchup against Sanford. Johnson said he's looking for point-to-point consistency this match, and the Lions delivered just that.
I think the other thing is the big thing is for us to be a little more consistent. That's something we've talked a lot about with the team is we've had really great moments, and then we've had some moments that were a little rough. So just trying to be more consistent with what we're doing, and if we can do that, then I feel like we'll be in a really good place.
Trevor, I am really looking forward to seeing how many A-Sun trophies that UNA is going to bring home this year.
I'm also really excited to see about what the basketball team is going to do this year. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh yeah, Coach Pujol always brings a promising team. Last year was really energetic, really exciting, so I'm really excited to see what they're going to bring this year.
I went to almost all the home games last year, and it was amazing. The crowd was always jumping. It was really fun.
He sure knows how to get a crowd going.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm still on the football high right now, with it being fall and stuff. So can we actually go look at our 7-day forecast to see what that weather's going to look like? Yes, perfect. So this Saturday and Sunday, it's going to be partially cloudy, high of 82 on Saturday. So it's going to be nice weather to go out, enjoy the game, and really enjoy anything outside. It's going to be a very nice time to get outside. And then also want to highlight Tuesday, we will be having that 50% chance of rain. Definitely want to be careful that day. But this week is just going to be an all-in-all good week, I believe.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. And thank you. Thank you for listening to the UNA Campus Report.
We're Lions.